everybody, welcome back to another business analysis video. In today's video, I'll be talking about your first day in the life as a business analyst. What are your expectations on day one of a new role? So to start off, I would first like to point out that during your interview process, possibly at the end of your interview when you're asking your questions, one of the questions you should ask your recruiter or your interviewer is, what are your expectations of me for day one, week one, month one, and possibly month three? Okay, you want to have an understanding of what the workload is, have an understanding of what projects they have in the pipeline, right? And what they expect of you, to be delivered within a certain time frame, okay? Sometimes the recruiter might not have a clear understanding of exactly what they expect. However, it's still always a good opportunity to find out, so that you're able to manage expectations as well, and at the same time so that you're able to gauge in your interview process which offers, if you have plenty of offers, which I wish for you, you're able to gauge which ones are the best for you, okay? Another thing I'd like to point out is, if the recruiter or your interviewer has no clue or has no like feedback or of getting back to you on that question, my face tells it, okay? I wouldn't take an offer, because as a business analyst in my career, I've never liked to be in a position where I'm twiddling my fingers or on the bench and have absolutely nothing to do, okay? You also want to clarify, because you can't always be busy, you can't always have something to do. So in the times that you might be free, ask this question. In the times that projects are possibly in discussion where the business analyst is not necessarily involved, right? In the times that you might be twiddling your fingers, are there provision for like training, maybe LinkedIn learning, so that your time is effectively managed, right? So that you're applying yourself in other ways, your skills are not dormant, right? That's that. Okay, so let's talk about the first day in your role. You've started the job, you've been offered the role, and you've given a date. What do you do apart from your preparation outside your start date, which is preparing your mental, preparing your emotional, getting your funds aligned, your monies, your time, okay? Arranging childcare, all those things. So you have all that set, and you're dressed up, and you're in the office on day one. What are your expectations? So I also like to point out, even after interview, I like to, and I've been offered a date, I like to have a one-to-one with my prospective reporting manager, just to really gauge or know what project he has in the pipeline, so that I can prepare myself. If that's not possible on day one, you can cover this, right? Aside or outside induction and all these trainings, usually this is what they allocate for new starters. You have all these induction things which could last up to a month. So sometimes you might not actually start a project, but it depends on how fast-paced or what projects are in the pipeline. These can be done simultaneously, doing your induction things and also understanding projects, having discussions with stakeholders, right? So it varies, but these are the two main things that it can entail on day one. You're just gathering information, you're just getting information, right? When I started, my manager is really supportive, lovely person, and he just shared documents with me of previous projects, right, and projects in the pipeline. He shared the strategy of the business, as well as the organizational chart. We want to know who are the bosses, who reports to who are the likely stakeholders we might be interacting sometime in the future. Okay, so from day one to, I would say, week one, possibly up to 2 or 3 weeks, it all depends really. You're just gathering information. Wow, wow, look at that. A truck just went by, I think. So you're just gathering information, you're understanding, you're meeting people, right? I try also to be proactive. Once, maybe sometimes your manager might give you a list of people that you might be interacting with in projects. Try to book time. I do that. Book one-to-one with these people just to understand their experience so far with the company, how long they've been there, what they like and what they don't like, you know, what projects they've worked on and how it was. You just want to get a feel of the company. So don't stress too much. Relax, be calm, and just enjoy learning about the company, right? This applies to both permanent as well as contractors. I'm saying this because I've also been a contractor, and being a contractor, day one, you're just thrown into project because you're expected to just come in. You're given a time frame, 3 months to 6 months of contract where you need to deliver. So a lot of times you just start, right? Right. So one point I would like to share is also see if you can create diagrams for the scope of your work, right? Using mind maps, using process maps, flow charts, right? Try to see if you can document something once you've been given. Maybe you've been allocated to a project. You want to map the scope of your work. I like to use mind maps because with mind maps, there's no really direction. It's just a way of visually organizing your thoughts. You're organizing your thoughts visually without being slowed down by rules and standards, right? So you don't need to show anybody. It's just for you to do. I'd cover a video on that at some point. At the same time, you also want to prepare yourself and know how to write great requirements and user stories. I have a video on writing requirements, and I hope that would help. So really, you want to be prepared and know, because this is the core of business analysis, aside from the communication part and interacting with stakeholders and eliciting requirements and understanding the whole business process, business rules, technology and people, right? Aside from that, you want to really understand, in order to reach the business goal, in order to get to that solution point, you want to really know how to write requirements. Are you writing user stories, Gherkin, BDD, acceptance criteria, dev notes? A lot of times in my requirements writing, I always have dev notes, just extra notes for the development team so that they understand the requirements even better, right? Process models, your BPMNs, your flow chart, your swim lanes, data models as well, data flow diagrams. You want to really be prepared and know how to document these, right? So that's it. That's really it. In my own experience, this is what I do. I prepare. Through interview, you already know what the company does. You already have an understanding of what various projects they have in the pipeline. You can probably request. Sometimes you can request from the pipeline, depending on what is to be delivered when. You might be able to choose what projects you would like to be involved with. But yes, that's it really. Day one, week one, month one, and month three. You really want to have a clear understanding of what the expectations are of your project, what the time frame are, what the deliverables are, who the people you're speaking with are, and just arranging those times to know those people, right? We're discovering the business, we're discovering the project, discovering the people and the systems. Okay, I hope that's helped. A short and sweet video. If you have any further ideas on what to expect on the first day in the life from your experience, feel free to comment in the comment section. Yeah, and as always, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and show some love, like, share, comment. Let me know that what I'm doing is making sense to you, is helping. Is it helping? Yeah, so that's the end of that. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.